pressure, incomplete. A-Rod looking, overshot, hit from behind, and he's sacked. Nowhere to go. Rodgers throws it down the right sidelines, and it is intercepted on the overthrow. Rodgers under pressure, fumble, picked up by Desmond Trufant for a touchdown. Boy, this feels like the NFC Championship game all over again.
Aaron Rodgers and the Packers got blown out in Atlanta last night. Eric Dickerson is back with us. Skip, let me start with you. How much do you blame Rodgers for the loss last night?
Once again, Aaron Rodgers is getting a pass for last night because he throws such a beautiful pass. And that one that he threw to Devontae in the fourth quarter, that 33-yard, it was a thing of beauty. It was like, took my breath away. But two other plays took my breath away for all the wrong reasons. And I'm going to say it once again. 54 seconds left in the first half. It's still a game. And all of a sudden, Aaron Rodgers goes Blake Bortles or Mike Glennon, and nobody cares. Sweep it under carpet because it's Aaron Rodgers, the greatest thrower of the football ever. But he just flings it up the sideline out of his own end zone to Geronimo Allison, and it's a terrible overthrow, and Trufant snatches it. It's a 17-7 game, and all of a sudden, here we go the other way, and Matt Ryan goes boom, 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 and it's 24-7 at halftime, and it felt like it was basically over. Could they have gotten back into the game with the opening drive when they got the kickoff in the second half? Well, second play of the second half, Aaron Rodgers turns right into the rush of Vic Beasley, just turns right into it. It's like a Blake Bortles play. Like, what are you doing, Aaron? And instead of just going down and taking the sack, he tries to get rid of the ball sideways and throws it slightly backward. It was very close, but it turns into a backward pass fumble, and it gets returned by Trufant the other way, and it's 31-7. Blake Bortles, Mike Glennon, but nobody says anything because it's Aaron Rodgers, and his QBR for the game was pretty abysmal because of those two plays. So, again, I thought his defense played well enough to sort of hang in the game. It was much better than it was in the NFC Championship game.
I will give you that.
Yeah. And again, I give you this, that Aaron is playing without both of his starting tackles. So that's a pretty big deal. He lost Jordy Nelson early, but he has, by what many people were calling before the year, the second deepest receiver core in pro football. And he's got a lot of good weapons even without Jordy. And it wasn't good enough because he made two mistakes. And I got to give him credit in the end because he stood right up before the media after the game and he said, well, do the math. Basically, I gave them 14. We lost by 11. That's the story of that game. You can't make those kind of mistakes, especially when you're playing without Jordy and your two tackles.
Well, when you have no other weapons, it's kind of hard to do anything. I mean, when you're everything.
You think they have no other weapons?
No.
Boy, I don't know. Devontae and Randall Cobb?
You know, he got hurt in the third quarter, so you have no weapons. You have no running game at all. That's why I kept saying AP to me would really help them.
He would.
I mean, they have no running game. I mean, seriously. I mean, don't
they
forget.
have a receiver playing running back.
Exactly. Yeah. And don't forget, he reached 300 touchdowns faster than any player last night. The thing is that the one that you say he turned back into the defender, he had no other choice. I mean, he had no choice.
Well, somebody about to hit him in his back.
He was getting. I'll ask you this question. How about let's take Aaron Rodgers and put him on the Falcons team? How good would he be? I can answer that.
Same ball.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
He would be good. I'm sure he would be. Matt Ryan's phenomenal too.
All right, just take Matt Ryan and put him on the Packers team. Matt Ryan's not mobile. You see, they can't block. They have no running game. He's got Freeman and Coleman in the backfield. Yeah. He's got Ty Montgomery now. Now how good are they?
I do you one better.
What?
Man, you put Aaron Rodgers on the Cowboys. How good would that running game? How good would they be? Woo! Now you talk about Super Bowl favorites.
And Aaron be calling his own number, flinging it all over.
But I want to hear your answer, Skip. What do you think? How do you think Matt Ryan?
They switched?
Yeah, if they switched. Or Tom Brady. Tom Brady's career would have ended last night, some of those hits. I mean, it wouldn't have been flare, it'd been flare shooting.
Brady got hit pretty hard in New Orleans yesterday, and he just popped right back up.
Okay, how about this here? What happened in the AFC Championship game in Denver 2 years ago? Tom Brady.
They couldn't protect him at all.
Last night, no protection.
Same thing that happened to Dak Prescott yesterday. Tom Brady is 3-7 in Denver lifetime. Okay. Wow.
Okay, how about this here? What happened in the fourth quarter when they couldn't protect him against Kansas City? Tell them what Tom Brady is. You wrote it down. What'd you research? Tyler Corn, what did Tyler Corn write down on your paper for you?
Well, I wrote it down, but I asked him. It was, I don't have the sheet.
Don't worry about it. He was 3 of 10 for 35 yards. And 3 sacks. You see what happened?
Yep.
All quarterbacks are the same. Once you start hitting them in the mouth, and there's nowhere to go with the ball,
hey, I'll take Tom Brady over Aaron Rodgers any day in New England. Aaron Rodgers would have a hard time with the lack of weapons in New England. He wouldn't be able to do what Brady consistently
it's the system.
does.
It's the system.
Who created the system? Tom
Belichick.
Brady.
Belichick did.
Nope, the offensive system is all Tom Brady.
No,
I mean, when you think about I think about the
Falcons?
the Packers. When I think about the Packers, they're the worst team in football. The worst team. If you take Aaron Rodgers away from them,
Yeah.
the worst team. You talk about the Colts, you talk about the Jets, but the worst team would easily be the Packers. The defense, no running game, receivers hurt, no left tackle, no right tackle.
Hold on just a second. Before the year, USA Today ranked receiving cores of each team. Number 1 was the New York Giants, and number 2 was the Green Bay Packers in the whole NFL.
With Jordy was in that mix.
Okay, he was, but they were already number 2. So you're telling me Devontae Adams isn't a stud receiver? Randall Cobb, Martellus they added. That Geronimo Allison can fly, man. He can get behind. Ty Montgomery can catch it like crazy because that's what he does for a living.
If you don't have time to throw the ball, it makes no difference how great you are as a quarterback. You don't have time. It's like a running back. Same thing. If you can't get to the line of scrimmage or past the line of scrimmage, no matter how fast you are, your cuts, it makes no difference. And that's the same thing in Green Bay.
But you can't make a mistake like he made with Vic Beasley just flying right in his face. You just have to eat it, man. You can't just throw it sideways.
Did you see
that's a Blake Bortles
he's
play.
trying to turn to run, and all of a sudden he's here.
Okay, you got to protect the football. In a game, it was still a football game. You got a shot. You got a chance.
It's a lot easier said than done.
When you sit in the TV home watching it, it's so easy to make those calls.
And when they start to teeing off on you because they know you can't run the football, you're down by as many points as you are. Not only can you not run, they know you're not going to run because you're running out of time. Only the Falcons realize that you. But that's not the tournament. We're not even going to talk about the Super Bowl. But Skip, it makes it very difficult. If I don't care who you are. When the Broncos played Tom Brady in the championship game, they knew they couldn't run it. So what did they do? Wade Phillips said, guys, go hunt. And he turned Vaughn, he turned Malik, Wolf, and D. Ware, and it's just a 4-man pressure.
And Tom Brady was still thrown into the end zone at the end of the game to win the game.
Skip.
Wow.
Because Peyton Manning he went up 2 touchdowns, and then basically it's like 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Because we don't believe you're going to be able to get the ball down the end zone. It took Gronk playing out of his mind, making catches out of his mind. But they punished Tom, and they brought Skarnecchia out of retirement.
They did.
Right,
yeah.
that offensive line.
Yeah, the great Shannon Sharp said earlier in today's show that by his standards, Aaron Rodgers did not play very well.
No, he did not. No, he did not play very well.
I agree with that. I mean, he didn't have a great game, but still, it comes down to protection. Once you start as a quarterback, no quarterback, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, none of them like to be hit. I mean, that's not their job. Like, hey, you've got to protect us.
So you can't do that now, but back in the day, when you wanted to get to the court, what would they do, ED? They pour it right to that chin. That's why I'm going there.
Hey, Dieter Brock liked to get hit. Because he got hit more than anybody.
Man,
right?
please.
That was his quarterback.
I don't think he was in the league when I played, but I knew who he was.
Why?
He had Jim, what you call him too?
Jim Everett.
Jim Everett.
Yeah.
We gotta leave it there. Eric, thanks for joining us. Does Des Bryant deserve the blame for the Cowboys' loss yesterday? We'll discuss that with Tony Gonzalez next.